last week. That was one of the best 3-game series that we've ever watched in Season 16, and now they're going to try to go back and get a dub here inside our current series. Apologies for that.
I'm sorry. We're still in shock. And okay, so have I seen Hellcurt in the gold lane before? I wouldn't say as of recent memory, but I do see it in high level RGs actually. Like if you sometimes you scroll on TikTok and then you just find out some of the good stuff that streamers do, like like the Hellcurt Gold.
Yeah. I'm trying to ransack my mind on where I've seen it, but I'm sure that last week there was an MDL team that actually used the Hellcurt, but it wasn't in the gold lane.
In MPL Indonesia, the Hellcurt was used in the mid lane.
Okay.
It actually worked.
So in this specific instance, is it safe to say it's going to be the first time we will be seeing a Hellcurt on the gold lane?
Perhaps.
As far as I think that
let's say franchise era.
Era, the time where there was a gold lane. You know when the gold lane was invented in the game.
Season 8.
So it was Season 8. Yeah. So yeah, no. This is the first time.
It's actually the first time, man, especially in MPL PH history. And for Nets to bring that out against Kelra, that takes a lot of bees. You know, a lot of bees of steel.
He is the strongest gold laner.
He is the strongest. Saying that as well.
You're right.
Way back. Requires steel level bees. You know.
He is the Nets standard.
There is no other player that can play like this in the gold lane other than the Nets standard.
Oh yeah. You know, Nets never fails to entertain. And I gotta give it to the dude. If I'm being honest, not a lot of gold laners want to be put on that quote-unquote antagonist role. Like people who just wants to, people who baits other people to beat them. But you know, Nets is pretty much comfortable with that, and he did say that he's pretty much matured at this point.
We're all just fishes in the sea, and Nets just catching us right on cue with a surprise pick here for Smart Omega. I'm kind of confused on where they would like to go with things like this, especially for a gold lane Hellcurt.
Yeah, especially with the power spikes. Like you're looking at a Yi Sun-shin that wants to farm a lot, and suddenly you have an assassin in the gold lane. Puts a lot of mid pressure for Super Friends too, especially come level 4.
Speaking of mid pressure, this Lucian.
Baby!
Okay.
I'm sorry, Nets.
I'm sorry, Nets. We doubted you.
We doubted your Hellcurt play, but that was explosive.
That's insane. And I do agree with you, especially with the Deadly Stinger, right? You have that pounce, and you also have this invisibility against ONIC PH.
And he's just going to get minions upon minions, use the Deadly Stingers to potentially get this gold crab as well. But slight 1v1 against Kelra, leaves for the BMI, and he does secure that gold crab. Now it is level 4 for both junglers, and now King Kong fails to secure that kill on Haji. First turtle about to come online.
Yeah, we put a lot of focus in the gold lane, but we have to take note that this Lucian had a lot of help with the Grok, freezing the lane with that wall. And then was able to secure himself some farm, but they are not as fast. I think ONIC, just like how we studied them, they are willing to forgo the early game.
Oh wait, that's wild.
Oh, he wasn't able to deny.
Okay.
The cart, but
going back.
This is ONIC just starting to ramp up when it comes to the turtle fight.
Yeah, and speaking of turtle fight, here we go for the first one.
Okay, Super Yoshi being pushed off the vicinity of this turtle. Might be a first turtle free here for King Kong.
Yep, easy turtle here for ONIC Philippines, and they didn't even burn his retribution, which means that this could be a potential invade.
Okay, Super Friends going for the Crimson Beacon. There's a jump here for James. Not really maximizing the falling Star Moon. James might fall down, and the final slash will connect King Kong with the first blood.
Great angle coming in from Ryota, feeding the kill to King Kong.
One of his most played heroes, Kelra, up against Netsky. Oh, what a dodge!
Oh, no.
That's a miss here. Might be a G and a kill here for Kelra. Thankfully, Netsky will be able to run away.
Yeah. And just a little bit of lane report here. Netsky was able to deny one range minion and one gold cart. away from Kelra.
Oh, I was actually expecting a Dark Knight Falls during the first turtle take, but I noticed he was just at level 3. So maybe that's why Smart Omega didn't push further to contest the big objective.
Yeah, plus it's really hard to fight against a Lancelot early on, especially with Brusco hitting level 4 as well. And now we are moving on towards a more safe laning phase here for Kelra.
Yeah.
Looking at our Infinix in-game equipment, does he steal this? He does.
Okay.
It's so difficult to take away the gold grab from a Helker due to the deadly poison stingers. By the way, Ryota with one of his most played heroes, this Arnott, he looks very comfortable. And how about that angle? For sure, Omega did not expect that, and James was duly punished because of that.
Yeah, very nice touch there. And even for James, touching on the subject, there was a bit of miscom, especially onto the way that he jumped, knowing members of Smart Omega already scattered away.
And slight lead here for ONIC Philippines, but still anybody's ball game. 15 seconds before the second turtle spawns in. This time it's going to be near the gold lane, so that means Netsky could have a better entrance inside with Dark Knight Falls, but that will be a lane frozen for now as we head on towards the mid lane. A potential big fight about to ensue here.
Oh my goodness. Kelra was forced to get out of that lane again. Before the next turtle fight happened, Netsky and Kelra are playing chess down the bottom lane.
It's all about the mind games here. And King Kong making his way here onto the second turtle. As you mentioned, for Smart Omega, they have to get into position. But speaking of position,
Oh, no.
it's going to be a mess.
Netsky.
Final slash here for Ryota. Mino Netsky from the back with that. The stinger will hit no one. Instead, the King Kong will get a kill here onto Super Yoshi, make it a double kill. But Brusco, on the other hand, there's the mighty swing. Then the stinger won't miss out again. A lot of misses here for Smart Omega, but James is not missing out on the fact that all his attention here for King Kong and Ryota is on him.
And now the turtle hasn't even started yet. Purple buff will be the first target for ONIC Philippines, but here comes that ski
Here
with
you
the
go.
burst out. Then
Whoop.
execution out here for King Kong as we head on toward the turtle. James will be providing vision here for Omega as the turtle is being danced while Kelra gets a potential turret upstairs.
Okay, there's a slight reposition here on their Smart Omega. As they try and get the turtle, that's a nice reset here with the
What
return
a
run part
reset.
here for Brusco. Super Yoshi with the I'm offended play.
Oh, wow.
Double Wolf King. All connecting all the members of ONIC, but not enough damage. As we have damage from the back. There goes King Kong with a puncture. Evening out things here for Smart Omega. They're not letting the turtle after their side.
Oh,
Falling
Netsky.
Starman activated. Dark Knight Falls. Reaching on their back. It's going to be a shutdown. Kelkar with the bullets. Blazing do it out. And that's going to be it for now for Smart Omega.
Crucial pickoff coming in from Smart Omega. Could potentially go for the turtle, but they do go for the camps first. Omega, even if they did win those fights, I think ONIC, they're still ahead in terms of gold.
For sure. ONIC are going to be happy because of the trades, but Omega are slowly catching up. In fact, that shutdown from Netsky is going to be great. This is the first time the Hellcat was used in the gold lane in the franchise era, indeed.
Okay.
So last used by Andoryu as a jungler.
Last season.
That's right.
Yep.
So
Confirmed.
it was confirmed, but that shutdown from Netsky gave Omega so much gold influx.
Yeah.
And they also have the position here to actually start and finish up the turtle, but a very nice reset though for Brusco's Earthen Rampart.
And honestly, it also sends a message to ONIC Philippines that every time the Dark Knight Falls hits, you really can't just put your carries alone. You need someone to peel for these carries, specifically King Kong, because this Lancelot, though, it's really hard to hit those abilities, especially when Thorn Rose is available.
Oh, very nice tectonic charge here. James will back down and go down here. ONIC page, very powerful pick up, but Netsky targeting Super
Oh, wow.
Prince. What a connection here. Also, that's going to be a very good pickup here for Smart Omega.
But still, the turtle goes to the hands of ONIC Philippines. That's the second turtle of the game.
Exact. And we will not see a third turtle because of how long that turtle dance was. Good pickup on Super Prince, but does not mitigate the fact that James was picked off. That's a second death on this Esmeralda, giving away so much for ONIC.
And this is really bad if you're Omega, because one of your main tanks is this Esmeralda, and if your Esmeralda can't last more than around 3-4 seconds in a team fight, really beats the purpose of drafting this Esmeralda to begin with. And now for ONIC Philippines, still playing around that 1K gold lead as we enter the 8-minute mark.
Yeah, and even for ONIC Page, they're playing around onto containing where Ryzen could farm, right? And that is actually included under Infinite's keys to victory.
And speaking of containing, Netsky was able to contain Kelra for the first 5 minutes of the game in at the bottom lane. But there was a brief moment where Kelra was able to get out of the rope.
Okay, and now he's being chased down.
Wow.
It's going to be a powerful setup here for Super Yoshi.
Ryota!
Moving forward with the Phantom Slash. Activating King Kong to get out Ryzen. And from the back, making it a double kill. Haji with the rest of the gang will be able to get the pick off, but that is not enough. King Kong is thirsty. He wants more. He wants to go for more blood here. James trying his best to defend the turret, but still for ONIC Philippines, what a great move and pick off on the 3 members.
That's a minimum of 8 punctures within the last few seconds of that fight, Wolf.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is why the Lancelot is the superior jungler. So far, we've seen in ONIC, in MPL Philippines, and King Kong especially is one of the best Lancelot players that we've seen all season long. And we are going to see it again in 4K.
Let's count.
Let's count it. All right.
How many punctures did King Kong actually do in this fight? Great engage coming in here from Ryota. That's 3, 4. Then how many more, King Kong?
4, 5, 6, 7.
And he goes out. That's just 7.
8,
No, make that 8, make that 9. You know what? That's insane. Forces the flicker out of Haji as well. And now we enter the potential fight for the First Lord.
Yep. And we saw as well, I mean, we have not talked about it that much, but Ryota with that initiation was definitely a fresh new sight for ONIC Philippines' fans, as the Arlot from Ryota looks to be a very comfortable pick for ONIC.
And that's how you make your presence known here. Concealed play. It's going to be pulled over here for Super Yoshi. Dark Knight falls activated. Keller that's delivering the bullet. That's going to be enough damage. Chase with the falling Stormwind. That's a nice layer here for Smart Omega. Not enough to do so much damage as the KK connection still activates.
Here comes
Super Freeze as well with the super moves. Keko from the front and Kelra as well. It's going to be a mayday here for Smart Omega. 3-4-2 trade off.
Wow. That already started to be really good for Super Yoshi. I'm actually surprised that Nets did not jump after he popped the Dark Knight Falls. He could have went down to the back lines. It's impossible that they did not have the vision because they both have the Yisun and the Hellcurt. They must have the superior vision. That was already a good start, but obviously Brusco with the Grok, good counterplay. James also jumped in, but imagine if Netsky jumped to King Kong or to Kelra, things will be different. Unfortunately, some hesitation from the net standard. It was a big disaster for Omega.
I think that hesitation came from the idea as well that he wanted to layer that Terrify as much as possible to the layer that they do have right now. And Super Yoshi just bursted down immediately as the Lord pushes down mid lane. The siege is not over yet. They still have a wave up top.
And that's why you never second guess it. You never doubt if ever you have that great setup. And now for ONIC, they're just so sure that they will get the right target. Dark Knight was activated. Carry with the blazing duet. A very nice delivery here for Ryota. But Haji will get the opening to tore him down. The Deadly Singers will connect, but not enough to do so much damage to kill off Kelra.
And they're still going to go for the bottom lane, but it seems that Omega finally defends their inhibitor turret as the siege ends for ONIC Philippines, now with a 6,000 gold lead. How do we stop the bleeding if you are part of the barangay?
Get a split push with Netsky, maybe have a good jump, and allow Ryzen to just output the damage. I think that Omega should have the superior vision, but it seems like the playstyle of ONIC being very quick on the trigger without any hesitation. Even with Ryota, you saw there wasn't any hesitation at all with the initiation. So if Omega kind of stops that with their vision play, maybe they can win this.
Looks like they're not stopping there. King Kong going for that execute and Torn throws. What a play here. What a play with a Sigma jungler.
You know, if you think about it, if Lancelot still run Lethal Ignition, that would have been flicker worthy. But again, that is running the killing spree right now. The standard emblem for the Lancelot for survivability as well. 30 seconds before the second Lord of the game spawns Wolf. It seems that Omega has no answer so far for King Kong.
King Kong's just, you know, dance a lot with the Lancelot, dude. He's like literally connecting all the dots. Omega.
Well, I wish I could play Lancelot like King Kong, the Sigma jungler. People call me the Ligma jungler.
I'm sorry, I was caught off guard there.
I wonder who those people are.
My friends, aka you guys.
Of course, of course.
We are about to go to the second Lord of the game, and the Esmeralda will be providing vision here for Omega. James in a prime spot, but ONIC Philippines already complete here.
Okay, that might be a free Lord. As other members here for Smart Omega, just too far
Wow,
away.
that was fast.
There was a slight attempt, but still that was easily closed off by Brusco as well.
Yeah. What a very fast day coming out from ONIC, not stopping. Just controlling this game. It's going to be Super Yoshi to pick up the Radiant Armor to kind of last a little bit longer against Super Prince. That's exactly what they need in this game. However, if you're looking at Netsky, he's still waiting for the third item. Probably a Malefic Roar, actually, to go with this Demon Hunter Sword. And if you are the Yisun Chin, you also need your fourth big item here.
Let's see if they have the time to actually close off the gap between them and ONIC.
Yeah, and look at that. BOD locked in here by King Kong. This might just be the biggest push that ONIC has to potentially end this game. All battle spells are complete here for Omega.
Okay, let's see. Foundry Chakra activated. They're going on to Netsky. On Q though, you will be able to blink away. On the bottom side, you will be able to clear off the last bits of minion wave that ONIC has here, marching towards their base. Safe defense here for Smart Omega, and ONIC PH is still at bay. Whether they will be targeting or picking off members here for the barangay.
Nice sidesteps from James here, but the push continues and looks like they're going to go all in. No tectonic charge for now. Brusco still looking for the engage.
Okay, is this a start? There's going to be ladder flare souls there connected here onto James. King Kong making his way. We have the Tornado Super Yoshi. Put a pull again onto two members. Netsky making drain with a deadly stinger. But for ONIC PH, the damage just too much. What a tectonic charge with a final slash connecting. And this might be a GG as ONIC PH makes their way onto annihilating members here on the Smart Omega. No minions. There is our hero we could focus on, and focus is on a camera right now. Super Prince locks his sight onto the base. It's going to be a win for ONIC PH here on to game number 1.
ONIC Philippines established